Kính thưa quý vị khán thính giả của đài truyền hình Apple TV, chúng tôi, luật sư Nguyễn Ngọc Hải và người bạn là bác sĩ Callaway, chúng tôi tham dự vào chương trình Diễn đàn Bầu cử 2020 và hôm nay xin được hân hạnh trình bày cùng quý vị khán thính giả những cái sự kiện, những cái lý luận, những cái quan điểm của rất nhiều khối cử tri tại Hoa Kỳ và đặc biệt là những người cử tri Mỹ gốc Việt của chúng ta. Chúng tôi xin được một lần nữa cảm tạ quý vị cho chương trình. Chúng tôi xin được bắt đầu. So, Dr. Callaway, you can say something to audience.
I wish you well. I hope everyone is staying safe this afternoon and all this week and all this year. I am very pleased to be able to come into your home or your car, if you have a TV in your car. And we're happy to do this and discuss this with you.
Yeah. So we go directly to the point, right?
Yep.
Kính thưa quý vị, chúng tôi xin đề cập đến một cái tin tức mới nhất và hiện giờ đang hiện diện trên nhiều màn TV và truyền thông của Hoa Kỳ và cũng như thế giới. Đó là cái lời bình luận của Tổng thống Trump, và chúng tôi dùng cái lời bình luận đó và những cái sự chỉ trích và những cái quan điểm bảo vệ quan điểm của Tổng thống Trump để bắt đầu chương trình hôm nay. Là Tổng thống Trump phê bình rằng là một số các tướng lãnh của quân đội Hoa Kỳ, Bộ Quốc phòng muốn cứ kéo dài cuộc chiến tranh, tiếp tục chiến tranh để bán được võ khí và như thế làm lợi cho những cái công ty sản xuất võ khí của Hoa Kỳ. Thực sự nếu chúng ta chỉ nghe qua một cách phiến diện như vậy thì chúng ta thấy là nó có một cái gì đó nó hơi lạ. Cái nhìn của chúng tôi và cũng được chia sẻ với quý vị và cũng rất nhiều người lấy cái lý luận và dựa vào sự kiện, họ đưa cái quan điểm ngược lại và phê bình cái lời mà chỉ trích Tổng thống Trump là tại sao ông lại chống lại cái việc các tướng lãnh, một số tướng lãnh của quân đội Hoa Kỳ muốn bán võ khí cho các nước khác, muốn kéo dài chiến tranh. Trong khi thực sự họ chỉ trích là chính Tổng thống Hoa Kỳ đã bán rất nhiều võ khí, đặc biệt cho Saudi Arabia. Thực ra vấn đề nó chỉ giản dị. Có cái điểm này chúng tôi xin được phân tích và các quý vị cũng nhận thấy ngay. Một mặt là chúng ta gây ra chiến tranh và kéo dài chiến tranh để gây thương vong cho cả hai bên và cả những người thường dân. Nhưng một mặt chúng ta nâng cao cái khả năng phòng vệ, khả năng bảo vệ lãnh thổ để bảo vệ chính đất nước của mình. Cũng giống như là nếu bây giờ trên thế giới những quốc gia khác mà nhỏ bé mà được sự hỗ trợ của những đồng minh cùng một quan điểm về tổ chức chính trị xã hội, hoặc được sự hỗ trợ về võ khí, thì theo chúng tôi đó là điều tốt. Bởi khi tất cả đều có nhau võ khí tốt thì chắc không có đánh nhau làm gì. Nhưng nếu chúng ta nhìn lại, nếu không có cái vấn đề viện trợ hay bán những võ khí cực tốt cho những đồng minh của chúng ta, thì những giá trị cốt lõi của người Mỹ đã xây dựng đến nước này, những giá trị về tự do dân chủ mà nhiều người Việt của chúng ta chia sẻ và hiện giờ cũng đang được ủng hộ trên thế giới, thì chúng tôi nghĩ rằng có phải là cái quan niệm mà không nên bán võ khí quá hẹp hòi hay không? Chúng ta chỉ trích là cố gắng tạo chiến tranh và kéo dài chiến tranh thì đúng, nhưng bán võ khí tối tân cho nhiều quốc gia đồng minh để tất cả các quốc gia nhỏ bé tới đâu cũng có được cái phần nào để bảo vệ sự độc lập tự do của mình, thì đó là điều nên làm. I just talk about the way that they criticize President Trump in why he complained that many generals in the U.S. defense try to prolong the war and continue the war to sell weapons and benefit many U.S. company to produce weapons.
Yeah.
And they criticize. He said he actually contrary to what he said before, because you remember before he sold a lot of weapons to Saudi Arabia.
Who are you talking about?
Yeah, that's how we talk, so we can give the comment, because that actually now on the media now. Pro and cons on that area.
So you're talking about Obama?
Yeah.
Obama and
whatever.
Yeah, you know, a lot of things happen up there in Washington that the general public, you and I, really don't know a lot about. We do not know, for example, the power people meet and they discuss what they need to do. Usually it is a conglomerate of generals with the president, and they have a room there that they meet in, and if they decide to do something, whether it's sell weapons or go make peace or whatever it is, the decision is made up there.
Yeah.
And the president, at all times, has a briefcase with him wherever he goes, that if something happens, for example, if someone over in China
suddenly
North
make a
Vietnam
surprise attack, for example,
try to loose a missile on us, he's got the power right there with a button to hammer them and go right back at them. So we're in a safe country, but technology has gotten so great that everyone in the world has a lot of weapons, maybe not as many as we do. You can't believe sometimes what the fake media tells you. They were saying the other day that China has a bigger fleet than we do, but they only have 2 aircraft carriers. We've got 12.
Yeah.
That's where the power is. Fake news, CNN, ABC, NBC, and a couple of others. They try to sell paper. They try to sell the news. It's not like it used to be 20 years ago. And this election is going to be, whoever wins it, the other side is going to be very upset.
Yeah.
And they may not want to relinquish the power.
Yeah.
So that may cause a problem.
Yeah. In Vietnamese, they have a very popular words. Muốn có hòa bình, chúng ta phải chuẩn bị chiến tranh. To have the peace, we must be prepared for the war. So very important.
It is.
Cái điểm đó chúng tôi muốn đặt trên cái bối cảnh của thế giới bây giờ. Chúng ta hãy nhìn là ở trong nước thì chúng ta thấy Tổng thống Trump phải bảo vệ cái nền kinh tế, bởi vì một quốc gia không thể hùng mạnh nếu nền kinh tế nó không có vững mạnh. Cannot have a strong defense for our own country if we have a very bad economy. So qua cái hiệp ước NAFTA, qua những cái thỏa ước lại với lại Canada, rồi qua những cái thảo thuận lại về cái TPP, tức là hiệp ước xuyên Thái Bình Dương, rồi yêu cầu Germany, Tây Đức, yêu cầu nước Đức đó, và Nam Hàn và Nhật gánh nặng là quân đội phải đóng ở đó thì phải chia sẻ. President Trump requests Prime Minister Merkel and South Korea, President as in Japan, Shinzo Abe, and many other countries to share the cost to maintain the U.S. force in different areas of the world to protect the aggression or any dangerous, attack from Russia, for example, or from Middle East, or even from China. You mentioned that with so many Vietnam hàng không mẫu hạm đó, aircraft, vessel that now tour, recently in the Strait of Taiwan and China, and in the East Sea and in India Sea, you see. And I think that the fast and determination of President Trump had been evaluated highly by many other countries, including Philippines, Australia, Germany, Ukraine, and many other countries, even Singapore. Even now, Vietnam now take a position to play on both, China and Russia and America. But we begin to think that his determination and his clear mind on the power, on the second power in economy and military, and the dangerous, venture in China, policy now, especially in Asia and Pacific Ocean, very dangerous for the peace of the world.
Yeah, the technology that we have is all over the world, maybe not as well as we have it. But one thing for sure, this president is not a politician. He is a businessman, and he knows how to negotiate. Look what he did last week over in the Middle East.
Yeah.
That has never been done.
Yeah.
And then there are a lot of pluses here, and I know the audience has read a lot of them, but if you keep them simple, if you just go by the Constitution, you keep the Constitution intact. The gentlemen that wrote the Constitution were very intelligent.
Yes, right.
If you look way back in the 1800s, when that was done, you wonder how did they come up with everything
Yes.
that could run this country right now. Right now.
Yeah.
You don't need to change it. There's no need to change. And I must say this, excuse me, the Vietnamese people that I have met know more about this country's Constitution than a lot of our citizens that have lived here all their life. And I want to compliment these people.
And I want to add one other thing. You remember one of the plans they call the Diamond Alliance between United States,
Yeah,
Australia, India, and Japan
Japan.
to counter attack,
Yeah,
to make the preparation in case China go beyond the line.
yeah,
And I think that one not only help the independence and the security for the world, but look at small country around it. Many small countries now fell into the trap. China gave a lot of foreign aid
Yeah.
to some poor country,
and they brought it.
even know that they cannot pay. But what China planned? He said, oh, I give you the money, build the road, build the freeway, but that port, that freeway actually held the one belt,
Yep.
one road in Asia. Cái chính sách vành đai một con đường và cho tiền, cho vay ra với những cái điều kiện rất là rẻ, khuyến khích các quốc gia nghèo để đi vay, biết rằng họ không trả được nợ, nhưng mà thực ra nhìn kỹ là nếu anh không trả được nợ thì anh phải đổi lại đất đai và các hải cảng. Và recently, you know the Mekong rivers,
Yeah,
that's originated in Tibet. China and its allies, some smaller country, give them the money and build many dams and hold the water and use that water in the Mekong River to make many rice fields and many places in inland China. So affect many people below the Mekong
The dam.
River. And Vietnam, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, Myanmar, many other countries have been affected. I think, how about the global economy?
yeah,
Plus, China must understand that. Take advantage of the very big population, 1.4 billion. Take advantage of 16 years under the Democratic president, including Clinton, Obama, Carter, that tried to give a lot of aid, help China go to the WTO, right? To bring up the Chinese economy, hope that if the economy in China is good, then the people will be upgraded in other
that's not the way
aspects.
it was.
So it's good because we can contribute. I know that President Nixon and some other policy in U.S. try to bring up China to be a stop
Yeah.
against expansion of Russia. But then, Russia, after the crisis that be broken, China become the second power, both in economy and army. And they try to dominate the Pacific, especially the East Ocean. From the Taiwan, they call the Strait of Taiwan, go through South Korea, and go to the East Sea of Vietnam, and go through nearly close to Philippines. I think that's very dangerous.
it is very dangerous.
Yeah.
But hopefully, President Trump is going to pull back
That's
a lot of that money.
Yeah.
That money is going to go to this country.
Yes.
And we're not going to be paying for expensive medicine, which is not, it may cost China 5 cents to make a bottle, and it costs us $50 to buy that bottle. That's not going to happen anymore. That is, it's robbery. And when they pull everything back, our factories will start generating more, we'll make more steel. everything will just take off like a rocket. It's going to be very good economy.
If you look in the last 15 years, 20 years, you can see the trend that U.S. company begin to move out of the country because the tax and the salary is too high.
Yeah.
Because of many other countries, Europe, Germany,
Yep.
many other countries, especially China, low labor costs, and they have a vast territory, and they don't care much about the pollution.
No.
And they make the product in mass production and sell very cheap, plus stealing the technology and know-how of many other countries and compete with them. And then many countries begin to put headquarters in China. You can see Apple, Microsoft, even Samsung,
Apple,
and some company in Taiwan, and and many countries in Japan. All of these countries take advantage of that, but now they realize that instead of bring up the economy only and help the life of the people, they build up the army, not only just the inventory, but many other ones, including
missiles,
satellite,
yeah,
and vessel, big vessel, and even rocket. And in that point, and recently, China did not stay still. They begin to fivefold argue with India, some problem in India. So I think the global peace seems to be in danger.
One of the recently elected vice presidents was very instrumental in giving mucho money to China.
Yeah.
His name is Joe Biden.
Yeah.
He and his son went over there, and they got all kinds of money for going over there from China. Now, the particulars are out. You can read about them. There's many of them. And this is why Big Joe is sitting on a pile of money right now.
Plus lavishly, spending by Obama and his family and his entourage, that just spending, use the taxpayer.
Yeah. And so
then I do not understand that.
These guys get in office so they can be millionaires. That's what they do. That's their sole purpose in life.
Some media said he can have about $200 million in his pocket, but Obama.
Donald Trump was a multimillionaire when he went in there. He didn't need it.
$1 for himself.
He is a businessman.
Donate all for the national park.
Yes.
President Trump.
If if this country goes the wrong way, the Constitution is going to be in danger. Yeah. We'll all be not fit. We won't be able to do the things that we do now.
Finally, I think we should think about that. Many presidents, for the need to get more ballot, right? Yep. In election from the poor people and from the black people, from the Mexican and some other people. So sometimes they got some leniency on a very soft policy. That's good because we can bring up the life and economy standards of living. It's good because they are good citizens, and some of them good citizens, and contribute to the wealth and for the peaceful and economy, health.
Sure.
But the point is, you remember the wall that divided Mexico and America. Why that? Because a lot of people from South America go illegal.
They come up
here. So
then
how about the law?
They come up here to use our doctors, our hospitals, and the citizens end up paying for it with your taxes.
Right.
Now, there's no way that's fair. Their countries are poor. Their countries do not take care of their citizens. But we can't take care of all the world. It's a very big blessing to be born in this country and to have a citizenship to come into this country and to be accepted by this country.
Yeah. And for the last 2 minutes for this first part, about 2 minutes and 27 seconds, we just make some conclusion in this. We need some president who say something, promise something, and did it, number one. Number two, some president or the individual president or some party who have a plan very clear for the interest long term, beside the short term, we should have the long term in the U.S. economy, U.S. security, and also because of the role of America in the world. We also like the guardian for the global peace.
Yeah.
That's the first fact. I want to mention that. If you look in 15 years ago, we have Russia, right? And look at the Second World War, we have Germany, right? And then later on during the Cold War, we have, President Reagan, right?
Yep.
And Reagan very good in the point that he
Very
can
good.
united
He
Germany.
was not a politician.
Then suddenly we have China.
Yeah.
He had been invited to the WTO, even in many other organizations, the office in the United Nations. And he uses to what? Not contribute to the peace of the global. He buy, sell, and deal business with Iran. He began to support many other small violence group in surrounding country. And for the Vietnamese people, we are Vietnamese American, and you're
Irish American.
Yeah, you're American who born in this country, and you can see it. China will be the threat to the peace and for the stability of the world, especially Pacific Ocean, especially when on that area so close to Da Nang and Vietnam, they will get about 40% of the GDP of the global business.
That's too much.
Too much.
They don't.
So that we have to share with our audience on that. Chúng tôi xin được cảm ơn quý khán thính giả đã theo dõi phần chia sẻ những cảm nghĩ của chúng tôi với một số những sự kiện gần đây. Và cuối chương trình thay mặt cho đài Apple TV và đã cảm ơn cho chúng tôi có cơ hội để gặp gỡ quý vị, và cho Dr. Legan cũng có vài lời để chào tạm biệt quý khán thính giả, và chúng tôi sẽ trở lại trong phần 2 của chương trình.
Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day and a better one tomorrow. Thank you.